Hi guys, and welcome back to Lockdown Lessons. I'm just kidding. I'm not. This is not a new series. Let me put on my glasses because I'm getting very serious with you. Currently, I have loads of time to think about all types of questions. And one of the questions I've been asking myself for a while now is why all of a sudden are these Hermès Birkins and Kellys everywhere? I've been watching so many unboxing videos on YouTube. I think I've watched more unboxing videos for Birkins and Kellys in the year 2020 than I've watched in the years 2018 to 2019 together. So I just thought, why not explore this issue and figure out together why this is happening. Let's go. So I made a few notes for this video, and I think we should maybe start with the before, just so we get an idea why right now is so special, right? So before, when you wanted to buy a Birkin bag or, a Kelly bag, it was usually the thing that you had to have a long buying history with Hermès, usually also with one particular store. You needed to have a really good relationship with your SA. Then there was also this level of luck in there. Was a bag going to come to your store? Was that bag going to be the bag that you wanted? Then, what would help you is, of course, if you were some sort of celebrity, right? I mean, how many Birkin bags do the Kardashians have? Right? I mean, this is definitely a factor. And one thing that was also definitely true for before is that usually waiting and wish lists would not yield any results. I know of people who have been on wish lists for sometimes 3 years and, then they would receive their bag. But it would usually not happen that you would get on a waiting list in January and then receive your bag in December. So I asked myself, and you likely asked yourself this question as well if you clicked on this video, what has changed? And the simple answer is, it's a pandemic. So from what I know about life and businesses, it's just that as coveted and as sought after as, Kelly bags and Birkin bags are, Hermès, like any other brand, has a sales target that they must meet because they have shareholders like any other brand as well. If I am correct, the company is not public, but that doesn't change the fact that they have shareholders that, want their money, correct? And so in order to understand what I'm about to say, you do have to know that there is this general issue or branding strategy for luxury brands that they sort of live off exclusivity, right? The more available their products become, the less people are willing to pay, premium prices. Quick example for a company that actually ruined their brand because they were all about growth and less so about exclusivity is Michael Kors. They ruined their brand by making their handbags, but other products as well, way too available to way too many people. They opened too many outlet stores. In general, some say that outlet stores are an issue for branding as well, but let's leave that out. But Michael Kors is actually a really bad example of a luxury brand ruining their, strategy by wanting to grow too fast and too much and then, sort of tanking because of that. But the case for Hermès is still a very specific one because unlike, for example, other luxury brands like Louis Vuitton, for example, where I've seen a similar situation happening, it is that they definitely cannot just say, let's slap all of the Birkin bags that we need to sell this year online and sell them off, through this channel. These handbags, if sold online, would still be 5, 6, 7,000 euros a pop. But nonetheless, as a customer, if you had the money, they would be extremely accessible for you, right? And so the strict online route is something that Hermès simply cannot do because at some point the pandemic is going to be over and then all of these bags will have been so available. Of course, they can then dial back, but they will still have sold off an X amount of handbags to people they don't know and, to people where they don't know what they're going to do with those handbags. So the smart thing you really have to say that I believe Hermès has started doing during the pandemic to meet their sales targets is that they actually decided to tap into their waiting and wish lists. There's a difference there, I think, in order to meet their sales targets, to get rid of the handbags that they wanted to sell off anyway, by still maintaining some level of control over who has the ability to buy their handbags. And while of course you may think, well, if you're then on a waiting or wish list, you still have, easier access to these handbags, like how is that helping at all? Well, it is helping for the following reasons. So first of all, they still somewhat control who can buy those handbags, right? The people who are on the wish lists or waiting lists are all people who have at least once talked to a sales assistant. They are people who have been at least once to the store. They have shown their faces. And what's also more important is these are all people who have somewhat signaled, I will purchase a handbag from you as soon as you make it available to me. So any call that Hermès makes to people from a wish or a waiting list, and I think we can see that also from the experiences that people share then in those unboxing videos, any call that an Hermès SA makes to the people on those lists is essentially a sale. And controlling access to those handbags via waiting and wish lists, we all have to agree, is worlds better than to throw all of those bags online to be sold to people who may have the money, but also the power to ruin your image. And this is my theory. I do not believe that Hermès is suddenly doing influencer marketing. I do not think that they care about this sort of marketing at this stage, you know, in their marketing strategy. I think it makes no sense for the brand to project such a level of availability. I mean, think about the Dior saddlebag, how that one was everywhere across Instagram all of a sudden. I think even that strategy of just showing the bag off by 1,000 different influencers would actually damage Hermès and would damage, but especially the image of Birkins and Kellys, because part of how the price is justified when it comes to these handbags is, you know, their exclusivity, and even just handing it out to, you know, well-to-do influencers would actually ruin that. I would love to know what you think about my theory, or if you have another theory. Also, if you have that, please share it below. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I really hope I could enlighten you a little bit. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and see you next week.